Hello guys, S2W here as your average consumer with your next casual consumer's perspective review. In today's video, I was able to check out one of Adidas' newest sneaker silhouette created for the start of 2018. Using the popular Equipment 93 series that Adidas have updated and renewed the past years, for 2018, they have fused this model with a basketball style inspired theme to create a brand new and contemporary twist. Today, I have the Adidas Equipment Basketball Advanced, aka the EQT Bask ADV for review. For this iteration, Adidas has focused on bringing back the look of classic hardwood sneakers to its model, and they have done this by altering this model into a mid-cut chunkier form. How much does this differ than the recent EQTs that released since last year? Let's take a closer look at these sneakers. As we look at the shoes, we'll notice that although it has transitioned into the sculpted and layered appearance, the recent EQT redesign created for 2017 could still be seen here. Inspired by the heritage of old school basketball models, in my opinion, this version is almost like a jacked up version of the EQT Support ADV, with a taller build, beefy upper, and chunky outsole. The upper is mainly made out of a knit material with a piece of smooth synthetic suede side panel found only on the lateral side of the shoe. The knit material itself is not smooth at all, and just like what we see here, takes more of a rougher approach by touch. However, and surprisingly, the knit is quite flexible. Not as stretchy as Prime Knit, which is another popular Adidas knit construction, but this knit sure doesn't disappoint as it feels very free-forming. It's actually soft enough that if we elevate our toes, it's possible to see them while we wear these. At the toe box area, we'll see the signature striped embroideries seen previously on the Adidas EQT Support 9317 model. As we move on upwards to the forefoot area, we'll see the familiar EQT 3 stripes webbing tape found on both sides of the shoe, acting like harnesses so when the flat gray laces threaded through the plastic cuffs are tightened up, the sides will too. In any case that you don't like the look of gray laces, there is an additional multicolor laces included that you can swap them out with. The value! We'll also see an evident nubuck lace lock up front for the laces to thread through as well, along with an EQT branding stitched into it. As for the high-rising tongue design, they have continued to implement a large pigskin nubuck tongue label on this model, which was seen as the design on previous models of the EQT too. The label reads Equipment, the Adidas logo, the branding ADV, and also 9118, honoring the year 1991 for its first release, while 18 as 2018, this year's newest edition of the EQT line. At the back of the shoes, the pull tab is constructed extra high to follow its theme, decorated with a two-tone ribbed heel pattern with metallic green. Essentially, the left and right side of the shoe looks identical to each other, besides the additional placement of the TPU support pieces. We'll see one large one wrapping itself from the medial side, then passing a little beyond the heel area towards the lateral side, providing support and also the distinctive profile look of the EQT line. This support piece is punctured with multiple holes on the surface, ending off with a debossed EQT branding right at the heel area. The other TPU support piece is found on the forefront lateral surface, feels very bendable and adaptable by touch. Inside the shoe, there really isn't much cushioning around the walls of the sneakers. However, the comfort should not be looked down because the lining is layered with a mesh surface, which turns out to be a really smooth and silky material by touch. Furthermore, the shoes do come with removable ortholite insoles, which is also found in most, if not all EQT models, known to give a comfy and compressive padding under our feet. Lastly, we'll see a chunky PU midsole, and by chunky, it's actually quite bulky up close. The shoe I have in front of us is a size 10, and it already looks like an 11.5 or 12. That's how much bigger the midsole is making the actual footbed look. But other than that, it's a pretty regular foam sole with some toughness to it. Then flipping the shoes over, we'll see an extra rubber outsole attached to the bottom to increase traction and durability for the shoes. Anyways, here are some Adidas EQT Basketball ADV fit footage. Fit-wise, these fit large and wide. As a wide footer myself, I went half a size down and I still feel that I could have went for a full size down. All I can recommend is that if you are interested in this shoe, go at least a half size down to a full size down. They fit really big. Other than that, the majority of the comfort and compression we're getting from is from the foam insole. Again, the PU midsole feels like your regular firm standard cushioning. It's not uncomfortable by all means, just don't expect these to be compressive. I personally really like the upper of this shoe, to be honest. The knit has a nice firm hold to our feet, but at the same time feels stretchy enough. It almost feels more durable than Prime Knit by touch because of its thickness and coarse texture. But as you can see when I bunch up my toes, it's pretty apparent where my toes are elevated up. The midsole though made the shoe a lot heavier than your traditional EQT models. If you are following trends, then yes, the shoe does look modern visual wise, up to date with hints of the bulky aesthetic. but for practicality and comfort, I just feel like nothing beats wearing something more light on feet. In terms of the support piece at the forefoot, we will noticeably feel more stable when we do hard cuts or sharp turns, as it tends to keep our feet in place, which is always a plus. It is a basketball inspired model, so stability is something that's really high in mind on this model. But the keyword here is inspired. I wouldn't use these to play basketball at all, as I feel like many safer and more professional options are available on shelves now. These EQT Bask ADV are definitely more of a casual shoe in my opinion, with the option to play sports, just not professionally. Price wise, these are $150 Canadian before tax. It's fairly priced, I would say, cheaper than the EQT Support ADV at retail, but after a year of those released, many places are putting them on sale now, so if you can wait, and if these basketball inspired model is not selling out, they might go on sale as well. You never know. Anyways, throw me some likes if you like this model, and let me know in the comments what you think about this new silhouette in the EQT line. I personally still prefer the EQT Support ADV and the EQT Support 9317 with Boost. These EQT Bask ADV is refreshing to see, but this really shows the power of trends and how they are persuasive enough for sneaker companies to make something out of it. That's it for today. S2W signing off.